Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. I would like to put forth my views supporting the first batch of supplementary demands for grants 24-25, which and appropriation bill for the 24-25. The first batch of supplementary The first batch of supplementary demands, this bill, madam, it includes supplementary proposals pertaining to 83 demands and 3 appropriations. Madam Chairman, this bill, I would like to say Viksit Bharat 2047. It is not merry slogan for us. It is not just play of words. It is Honorable Prime Minister's commitment towards Viksit Bharat. The sanctity, the budget in the last 10 years, it has more sanctity and credibility, maximizing the value and impact of hard-earned taxpayer money. I can suffice with the facts and figures. The GDP, which between 14 and 24 used to be $2 trillion, has gone up by $3.7 trillion today. And when we show good figures, madam, the opposition says the growth is normal, the growth is organic. But when some parameters go down, then they show the fingers at the government, saying that it is the fault of the government. Madam, today, a senior leader of the Congress party specially spoke on fiscal federalism. Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, several occasions, he spoke about cooperative federalism. Madam, even if you see the budget since 2017 and 18, the budget presentation has been shifted to February 1st instead of the last working day of the February. This really helps advance the expenditure cycle by 2 months. And it also helps states. States are now able to plan their own budgets better, as they are now aware of the details of the center's fiscal plan of the upcoming year. This reform has helped the state governments plan their project financing, counterpart funding, implementation of central projects, and borrowing requirements well in advance. Madam, there is continuous false narrative on tax devolution by the opposition. Chairman, madam, the Congress and its alliance partners' allegation about injustice to South India in particular overlooks the transformative fiscal reforms introduced by the NDA government under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I would like to set the record straight. Madam, who can understand better the needs of the states? As the Chief Minister of Gujarat, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, the first Prime Minister, who increased the devolution funds of the states from 30 to 32%, which was there during UPA regime of 10 years. They increased only 2%. From 32%, he increased it to almost 42%. That means to say, during UPA regime, it was only 81,795 crores. But during 14 and 24, our tax devolution was 2,77,468 for Karnataka alone, madam. time and again, the Congress leaders from the Karnataka government, they make an allegation that the government is showing stepmotherly treatment towards them. If that is so, the grant in aid from Government of India between 2004 and 14, it was only 60,779 crores. As against during our regime, it is 2,08,832 crores, which is increase of 243%, or it is 3.4 times more, madam. So I would like to ask the opposition, you talk only about the cooperative federalism only when it comes to the devolution of funds or grant in aid. When it comes to programs, they don't care, madam. Karnataka government was the first state when our Honorable Chief Minister Basuraj Bommaiji was there. We implemented the national education policy way back in 2020. But soon, when the Congress government came into Karnataka, the first thing they did is they abolished new education policy. They reversed it. They said they will come out with a new education policy, state education policy. Today, madam, there is neither new education policy nor a state education policy in Karnataka. The higher education, the education is in limbo. The students of higher education is facing hardship. I would like to ask the leader of opposition, is this nyay that you are talking to cater to your youth? For Yuva, is this nyay that you want to give? Chairman, madam, regarding the farmers' welfare, the NDA government has done remarkably. If you see the kind of allocation, no UPA government has ever done it. During 2013 and 14, up to 13 and 14, they had allocated very minimal. But our government has spent over 3.24 lakh crores only in Kisan Samman Yojana. Madam, for the entire agricultural sector, the money allocated was only 22,000 crores. But in 23-24 alone, our government has allocated 1,53,000 crores. This is our firm commitment towards agriculture and farming community. In 13-14, a loan of 7 lakh crores was extended to the farmers. But whereas in our government under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, the loan is increased to 19 lakh crores to the farmers, madam. Especially after the COVID pandemic, when the prices of fertilizers increased in the world market, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji did not pass any burden on to the farmers. Whatever the price was there of urea or DAP in 2018, it still exists even till today, madam. In spite of geopolitical situation, post-COVID situation. And when you come to MSP, madam, MSP also, I'll give you 2-3 examples. The paddy, the support price, what was given during Congress regime, it was only 1,310 rupees per quintal. But today it is about 3,600 rupees per quintal. Similarly, Joval, pulses, oil seeds, every food commodity, there is a substantial increase, madam. Today, the inflation, which was 12.2%, one of our learned senior member of the opposition benches remarked and opined that our finance minister should have done PhD from economics. I beg to differ from his views, madam, because Madam Nirmala Sitharamanji, from the time she has taken over, with so much of global challenges, she has proved she is one of the most prudent, efficient, honest and successful finance minister that India ever had. And she will go down in the history for being so. Madam Kamaraj the Great, he was not educated academically, but he had the heart, he had the mind. He was the first person in the country to give food grains free of cost to the poor, Antyodaya. So you need the good heart and the good mind, madam. Dil aur dimag chahiye. So, madam, regarding agriculture, lot of people debated by lip sympathy the sector of agriculture or the farming community cannot become rich overnight. By implementing right programs, only we can achieve this, madam. If you see this, the agriculture growth rate is 3.4% in NDA's regime. It was minus in Congress regime, madam. 9,000 packs, multi-purpose communities we have established. This is a revolutionizing economics in the rural part of India. It can empower the communities by fostering the economic growth, madam. That is why the FPOs, the establishment of FPOs is the game changer in revolution, madam. Lastly, I would like to make some strong points about how UPA dealt during their regime, madam. For 60 years, the opposition did only two things: doles and deals. They rolled out doles for the poor, deals with the rich and cronies. India has transformed in the last 10 years, breaking the convention of traditional politics. From mega scams, we have reached to do mega projects. From 2G coal scam to expressways, tunnels, Vande Bharat trains. From entitlement to empowerment, madam. From the merry Congress guarantees to the skill development. From symbolism to substance. From one aims to today we have established 26 aims, madam. From tokenism to totality, that is from nationalization of banks to opening of 60 crore bank accounts in this country, madam. This is our firm commitment. This is our firm dedication to ensure that we build a robust nation under the leadership of Shri Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. So I strongly believe this is not even less than 1% of the total budget outlay. So I support this bill, madam. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
माननीय सदस्य श्री सी किरण कुमार रेड्डी जी।